Geraldo Rivera on the Cumulus Media Networks.
Delighted at 9 minutes before the hour that Senator Rand Paul has hustled out of that Foreign Relations Committee meeting, and he joins us live right now. Senator, thanks for it. I really appreciate it. Although you broke my heart yesterday, I got to tell you, we love you around here. We would totally back you for the big job, the presidency, but why not background checks, man? It just seems such a no-brainer. So little skin off our backs, really.
Well, what I came down and concluded on is that we should try to make the background checks work that we have. We last year found 15,000 people who were felons who tried to buy guns, and so I think it's an example of the background checks working. However, of those 15,000, we only prosecuted 44 people. So I think a step forward would be, because of those 15,000, we don't know the next day, did they go buy one illegally, or did they go to another gun store where they didn't show up on the background checks or it wasn't performed correctly?
But isn't the good, you can't get the best. Why not go for the good? Why not go for something?
Well, that's what we did. We introduced a bill that would shift around money and helped with prosecutions of this. We also increased the strength of some of the penalties. We also introduced something to stop straw buying of weapons, as well as putting a carrot and a stick out there for states to put into the data system mental health data of people who had been convicted of a crime and went to a mental health.
But why are you saying that you're telling the president of the United States is using people as props, the people from Newtown, Connecticut, and politicizing people's tragedy? I mean, isn't that kind of harsh?
Yeah, maybe. But I'm really truly saddened every time I see these folks. It's not that I have no sympathy, it's that I have an extraordinary amount of sympathy for these people because, I have 3 boys. I cannot imagine one of them being shot at school. I cannot imagine the grief they're going through. It's unspeakable what they've been through. And so I have nothing but the utmost sympathy, but I'm almost sadder to see them in public because the thing is that this grief is just an unbearable burden. And I think that people are politicizing and trying to take advantage. Politicians are trying to take advantage of their grief. And it makes me even sadder every time I see the testimony to see, gosh, this person lost their 5-year-old son and their 6-year-old son, and they're being put as pawns in the middle of a political debate that's been going on for years. And really, one of the only ways I know of to stop these shootings is to announce tomorrow there won't be gun-free zones at schools. And many states are doing this and saying we're either going to have security guards.
All right, you're going a little bit more, I wanted to concentrate on this background check. I hear you about the armed guards at schools. We back you on that one. But here, this is is it Nat? Are you from Newtown, Connecticut, Nat?
Yeah, hi, this is Nat from Newtown.
All right, you're on with Senator Rand Paul and Geraldo. What's on your mind? Can you say quickly?
Oh, first of all, we witnessed a horrendous act here recently, as we all know. Background checks, yes, I agree. We do need to enforce them a little stronger. But that's the point is we're kind of infringing with our Second Amendment rights here. The thing is we need to come up with a scenario that's gonna be for the people and by the people and represent all people.
Like what?
And that's why I'm reaching out to you. I'm liking what you're saying, but again, Rand Paul.
All right, I only got a couple of minutes left. I'm gonna have to let the senator wrap it up. Senator, I don't know. Do you swear to God? I mean, we love you. Do you swear to God that the NRA didn't get to you and say they're going to put you on their report card, that they were going to grade this vote on the background check? As part
one of the interesting things about that, Geraldo, is what? I don't think I have ever been called by the NRA since I've been here in 2 years. And on this vote, I was never, ever called or approached by anybody from the NRA. And I don't know that they even spoke with my staff, but I'm not aware of any communication with them. But I do want to do the right thing, Geraldo, and I do have an extraordinary amount of sympathy for these families. But I think ultimately, if you look through it, that the young people committing these murders are not deterred by death. They're not deterred by the death penalty or life in prison, so gun registration is not going to deter these people. The only thing that deters a crazy person with a gun is a sane person with better aim. And I know that sounds harsh, but it's self-defense. The president has protection. I have protection. Various Hollywood celebrities and business people have protection. It isn't good that we have to do this. There is a sickness in our society that causes people to commit these horrific crimes, but self-defense is part of the answer, a big part of it, And most of the other solutions of registration and things like this go to the law-abiding citizens who aren't committing the crimes.
And so what about Congressman Rand Paul, my guest, moving forward? Is there not going to be, because of the self-defense ethos that you express, so we're never going to try for any kind of gun control? It's just going to be everybody gets a gun, no gun-free zones, everybody's armed, and it sounds old Wild Westian, and I wonder if you really think that this helps your White House aspirations rather than portrays you as someone who's not perhaps not for everybody.
Yeah, I guess I don't look at it particularly with regard to any politics of it, but I do look at the bill, and when I read the bill, in the bill that Schumer put forward, it would make someone a felon if someone took one of your guns and you didn't report it in 24 hours. So now we're making people felons who have things stolen from them instead of concentrating on the people who stole the weapon.
I have to leave it there. Senator Rand Paul, don't be a stranger. We'll talk much more, I'm sure. Ladies and gentlemen, stand by.